Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, July 18th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right, let's jump in. Note the energies have rolled over to the September contract as of this morning. So crude is on September and unleaded is on September. Market is open. YM is flat, looking for a new trade. And the soybeans just triggered in to a get in sync trade, short from 13.89 and a quarter. Target and money management at 85 3/4. Crude, this short was well before our start time and way too far to get in sync with. So our first trade is the long at 904.23. That from 74.16, hitting target 1 and target 2. Actually, all the way up to target 3. But trade plan is target 1 and target 2, 14 and 22 ticks, 36 tick net, and 1 and done. All right, YM taking a quick break even there. There was time to get into that. When it went down and touched money management, came back for a one tick break even, but no targets. Soybeans with a stop and reverse to long at 90.75, 90 3/4. That has not triggered in yet. So we're still short there for the moment. Six tick risk on the stop and reverse. So that would be a loss of 24 ticks net on 4 positions should we stop and reverse. And there is the stop and reverse. So we are now long on soybeans. 92 3/4 is our target. Unleaded also had an early long trade that went too far. 909.22 is a long trade that hits target 1, actually goes through all 4 targets. Target 2 traders got 34 on the target and trailed out at 6027 from the entry at 6001. 26 ticks on the trailer, 34, 60 tick net, 1 and done. And we will go to the micro NQ. Good morning, Pamela. All right, the Russell stopped out of its pre-market trade, so we'll wait for a new setup there. Pound Aussie is actually in its second trade. We got in sync with the early 809.45, got in sync with that short when it came up right here. After this long possibility canceled, and then it went down to the 50 EMA again and came up, stopped and reversed at 53, and we are long from 53 and still in that long. Money management is going to be at 265 because of the stop and reverse adjustment. Soybeans hitting target 1 for 8 ticks. So that leaves us down at 16 at the moment. Stop. It would go up to 91 flat with our stop and reverse adjustment. Approaching target 2, 94.5. Getting within 1 tick. Comes up to that 1 tick again. I would definitely trade for profit. There it is. There it is again. Keeps touching that 1 tick away from target. I would mark it out of that position, take a couple of ticks, settle for a couple of ticks less. That's going to be 13 ticks trading for profit. So we're down just 3 ticks with 2 positions remaining. Break-even stop at 13.91 flat. Russell picking up a long trade that has gone money to money management. Stop at 71.6, it looks like. That's going to be, no, 71.4. And there is target 3. That's win number 1 for the Russell. Russell and the YM at session highs. Micro NQ set a session high early this morning at 4 a.m. Actually, 5 o'clock. Yeah, probably right around 4. That was about an hour-long bar. Soybeans still at 91 flat for the stop on target, and target 4 hit on the Russell, micro Russell. 72.4 for the trailing stop. And Pound Aussie taking heat. Stop at 229 and not quite to the stop. Tick below 230, but didn't go below. Yeah, got down to 292. 229.2. So we're still actually long on. And there it stops out. 72.8 for the Russell stop. No new trades yet on the YM. And soybeans is still long. Good morning to you as well, Miles. And stopping out at 91 flat on soybeans. So that gives us two positions at one tick, two more ticks. That leaves us down one tick, looking for another trade. So Micro Russell on Catapult is long. Trailing stop at 72.8. YM looking for its second trade of the morning. Micro NQ looking for its first trade of the morning. We're well after our start time now. And the YM with a trade 841. And the YM trade triggering in. Coming back if you didn't get it to start with. $74.3 for the Micro Russell stop. And a long trade setup on the Micro NQ. Micro NQ setting new session lows. Micro NQ not very active this morning, at least up until now. And there's trigger into the long on the Micro NQ. 76.3 on the Micro Russell. Approaching target 1 on the YM trade, or at least money management on the YM trade. New short trade on soybeans. I wasn't watching that. Yeah, lots of time to get in that, so definitely should be in the short. We're only down one tick, so pretty much any target 1 will get us positive. And the YM with a target 1. That'll be a one and done session. So the YM trailing stop at 842. Target 1 already in the bank. In micro NQ taking a full loss on the long trade and now in a short trade. While the Russell and the YM pause, it looks like, but certainly not moving downward. YM appears to be trying to push upwards some more. As is the Russell. 78.8 for the Russell stop. Trailing stop. 79.3 for the Russell. YM pushing high to new session highs along with the Russell. Micro NQ down at session lows, but looking like it wants to push upward. $8.49 for the YM trailing stop, closing in on target 2 at $8.95. Got to $8.93. Target 2 achieved, setting a new session high at $8.99. YM, the second target, still $8.49 for the trailer. And the micro NQ stopped out for second loss. Soybeans hitting target 1 on the short trade, and the micro Russell stopping out at 79.3. Nice winning trade to open this morning. 8.59 for the YM stop. Soybeans will be POQ on this trade. And a new short trade on the pound Aussie. 224. Target 1 is money management. That's our 12 pip minimum. $8.69 for the trailing stop on the YM. And the pound Aussie did trigger in. And another long trade on the Russell. One tick above the session high at the time. That triggers in. And we need to go to target 1 plus a tick for break even. $8.73 for the YM trailing stop. $9.10 for the new session high. Money management on the micro Russell. $89.50 for the trailing stop on soybeans. That was a 10 tick target, so we're plus 9 with 3 positions still in play. $89.25 for the new soybeans trailing stop. $82.04 for the micro Russell break-even stop. And $8.87 for the YM stop. Pound Aussie testing the 200 EMA, bouncing off for the moment. We'll see if it continues, comes back down or not. And micro NQ going in the opposite direction from the YM and the micro Russell, with setting session lows and in a short. Lots of time to get into that short. It's like 732 and a half, 732 and 3/4 for target 1. Got down to 33 and a half, so just three more ticks needed as it comes back up close to the entry. And the Russell stopping out for break even on trade number 2. YM at 892, getting close to a stop out. It looks like it's turning to go up some more. 915 for the current session high now. And the Pound Aussie going down through target 1 and also target 2, it looks like. So we should be trailing there. After a stop and reverse and a full loss. Needed a winning trade here, and it's definitely giving us that. 222 for the trailing stop now on the pound Aussie. 898 for the trailing stop on the YM. Looks like we'll probably go down to 221 on the close of this bar. And soybean stopping out on its trailing stop at 89 flat from an entry at 89 3/4. So 3 ticks times 3 positions. Pick up another 9 ticks, 18 ticks net on the morning, and POQ. And YM stop at 909 now. And going up through target 4, turning into a very nice trade. YM set a new session low right at the open this morning and has gone straight up since then. Micro NQ or Micro Russell has also been pretty much straight up too. And threatening a third loss here on the Micro NQ. Setting a new session low at 733.5. Just 2 ticks from target 1, and now a long setup that would stop and reverse at full stop, but not going to enter that because this would be our third loss. So that would end the session. Pound Aussie did indeed come down to 221 for the trailing stop. 2 targets in hand. And the Micro NQ did stop out. That ends the session for the Micro NQ. YM at 918 for the trailing stop. Crude coming up on its 10 a.m. mini session in a long trade that's gone too far, so we'll look for a new trade there. Less than a minute to go on that to start that session. $9.24 for the YM stop, continuing to set new session highs, as is the Micro Russell. And Micro NQ finally starting to follow the trend of the other 2 markets, moving upward now, trying to push through its the 200 EMA on this chart. A little bit hesitant there on there, but coming back to the 200. Consolidating a bit here, 200 in between the 200 and the 50. All right, pound Aussie stopped down to 216. The YM at 932. Trailer now up beyond, not quite beyond target 4, but very close. Actually, it's right at, trailer is right at target 4. Pound Aussie getting within 3 pips of target 3. Went back up, tested the 200, and is now trying to push down to target 3. And we are in our 10 a.m. session for crude, so that trade is definitely gone too far, so we're looking for a new trade. Would be a good idea for me to mark up the pound Aussie trade. POQ rule on the MNQ, micro NQ is 4 wins, 3 losses, or 6 trades total, which-ever comes first. And of course, with 4 trades, 4 wins and positive, 3 losses, or 6 trades. $9.44 for the YM stop. Session high now at 991, 34,991. Pound Aussie getting down just when 11 ticks of target 3. $1.1 pips. And crude continuing up, still in the long trade, so we're standing by waiting. 9.54 for the YM. Setting a new session high now, it looks like. It's like, yeah, I got to 92. Maybe, yeah, and there's 93. 90, I saw 94 there. session high to 95. Target 3 on the pound Aussie. And the stop on the pound Aussie down to 213. $9.59 for the YM. Trying to get down to target 4 at 190. And slowing down a little bit now. Stop down to 208 on the pound Aussie. YM stop still at 959. Challenging, now it's coming down a bit. It's still 15 ticks above the stop. Looks like pound Aussie will come down to 207. There it is. Crude still in the long trade prior to our start, so not participating in that one. Looking for a new trade for our 10 a.m. session. YM stop still at 959. Soybeans is POQ. Crude and unleaded at 9 a.m. start were both POQ. And a short trade on crude. Money management at 75.02. There it is. Target at 75.01. I believe we hit that as well. Yes. So that will be a one and done session on crude. Crude stop at 75.12. YM did stop out at 964. Pound Aussie still at 207 for the stop. Still looking for a target 4. YM is done now. Strong win this morning on the YM. One and done session. Just took a while to get going. Or to get a trade anyway. Crude pushing down through target 1 now. Target 2 is at 74.94. And we've gotten as low as 96. So I just need a couple more ticks there. 95 and 94. 2 targets, and that completes the trade. That's a one and done, second one and done session this morning. 12 and 19 this time. 31 ticks. So between $600 and $700 profit on 2 positions this morning on the 2 sessions. And now crude coming down off of its session highs at 75.29. Target 4. And looks like the pound Aussie stopped out at 207. Didn't ever get down to target 4. So the Russell has at least 3 more trades that it can take, possibly 4. Crude is done for both mini sessions this morning. YM is done. Soybeans is done. Unleaded is done. The micro NQ is done. So the only thing remaining this morning, well, let's see. No, that's probably not true because we aren't positive yet. And we have a new long trade on the pound Aussie at 211. That's going to be the buy side, so we'll make our spread adjustment. Looks like 3 pips at the moment. So we'll make that 214 for the entry order. Interesting that target 1 is right where the entry was on the short winner that we just had. I sure would like to push that up above the 200, but that's just too big an adjustment. Questions or comments this morning? Good morning, Mark. Looks like you're coming in a little late, and the only things we've got left running are the micro Russell and the pound Aussie. Everything else is POQ or done. The micro NQ took three losses to end its session, but everything else was POQ. 2 one-and-done sessions on crude, 1-and-done session on unleaded, 1-and-done on the YM, and 3 trades to get positive on soybeans. We've had a small stop and reverse loss, a full loss, and a solid win on the pound Aussie, so we're still looking for another trade to get positive there. Crude stopping out on its trailer, but we're done with that trade, just using the 2 fixed target positions. Any other questions this morning? Looks like it's couple of fairly slow markets. Well, the Russell did very well in the first trade. Unfortunately, quick little pullback knocked us out of the second trade at break even, and then it went on to look pretty much like the first trade. Three wins, 3 losses, or 6 trade totals. Same POQ on the micro Russell as on the micro NQ. So we can take at least 3 more trades, possibly 4. This is really kind of the first pullback on the YM since the open this morning. It's had a couple of sideways portions of the move, but it's basically been straight up since the morning open. I'm glad to hear it's getting clearer, Mark. That's what we're here for. The long trade has canceled on the pound Aussie, and we have a long trade on the Russell, micro Russell. Entry at 92.3. Okay, looks like we touched the entry on the Russell and now taking heat. And the Russell stopping out. So that's big win, break even, and 1 loss. So we can take at least 2 more trades, possibly 3. All right, not much moving. Alright, it's coming up on 10:30, so I believe I'm going to call it a morning. These last two charts are going to be a little bit slowing down at around 10:30. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to bid everybody farewell until tomorrow morning at 9:30, and we'll be back at 9:30 tomorrow. Regular Wednesday session, followed by the Wednesday crude oil inventory report at 10:30. We'll see. You're quite welcome, Miles. We'll see you tomorrow. So regular schedule this week. 9:30 sessions today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Crude oil inventory session tomorrow at 10:30. See you all tomorrow. You're quite welcome, Pamela. Have a good one.